this is a very hard thing to describe, but if I describe the way I see it, maybe you can also recognize in yourself. So some people say, and some people that I respect say that they know themselves as a center of awareness here. That the only thing I know is that I seem to be, a good friend of mine who I respect says, I seem to, uh, I seem to be a center of awareness here. I don't really see it that way myself. So try to see how I can say it, and maybe if you all look into it, you can see, because this goes to the question of identifying as a self, I think. So saying that I seem to be a center of awareness here sort of indicates sort of like an inside kind of here within me, there's a center of awareness. And so I don't, that aspect can maybe be there. And certainly sometimes it's there more than others. But see, I don't just see it like that. If I look honestly at my experience, I don't just experience myself as the center of awareness in here. I also experience myself as awareness, so-called awareness out there. And there really is no in or out, but has to be spoken in words. So we use these words. So there's no line here where I am the center and then there's a separation and out. There's the knowing is ubiquitous, you see. This is everyone's experience, but we don't know that really. Most people have a belief that they're located here. And that's why Bob says, I still believe I still identify with myself here. Maybe he also meant I identify with the story. That's true. But just as far as the sensual feeling knowing of who I am, just the sensual feeling knowing of who I am, just relax the focus of attention for a moment. And don't know yourself strictly limited here. And then I think you'll see that this knowing, or some people use the word awareness or whatever, this knowing is not located in here. It's not a center of awareness here. It's aware, ubiquitously so. If that's clear, then included in that ubiquitously so knowing aware is what seems to be a focal point here. Seems to be. I just say it seems to be because honestly, it has to be questioned if it actually is. Everybody has to do that for themselves. Find it. Where is this? If there's a focal point of me here, where is it? Look, you won't find it. So then I say, to answer a question like his, he said, I still identify with myself. And I say, that's just a belief and an idea, but what's actually happening? Look, be an inquirer, what's actually happening? I say occasionally there's the feeling or belief because of a feeling or a thought that seems to be very localized, that it could create the belief that I'm here because there's something intensely appearing here. And so we latch on and say, me, me, me. But in the moment of holiday, we let all of that go. And we see that this knowing of who I am, this awareness, as some people say, aware knowing, is not located, it's ubiquitous. And includes the appearance of a location, but it's the appearance of a location only. If you hear what I'm saying there and look into it, I think you'll recognize it more and more. That's my common experience personally. I don't remember what it used to be like. I think it was different before, but I don't remember actually. It was always like this, but I didn't realize it was always like this, put it that way. Before, there was just the belief that I'm Sal in this body, and then there was no question or inquiry to see if it's actually true. Because this work, as we all know, is not changing anything. It's just knowing what's true through inquiry. What do you actually experience yourself as? So find out, by listening to what I said, maybe if it resonates or rings a bell. So then the question of I still identify with myself is just a belief, and it's I don't mean this in a mean way, but it's a bit of a victimization. I still identify with myself. I got to get over it. No, no. You just have to recognize something that I still identify with myself is just an idea. It's actually not what your actual experience is, if you really look. If we keep telling ourselves, well, I still identify with myself, you're doomed. Don't do that. Don't tell that lie. Look and see what's true. And even if thoughts come up, when we attend to thoughts, for me too, some thoughts come up, I attend. It seems to be I'm attending. I don't really even know, honestly. Seems to be I'm attending, whatever. Only because the thoughts are in that moment a little more dominant than maybe other moments. I don't know. It doesn't mean I'm identifying with those thoughts either. It just means there's some thoughts. Who is here to identify? The only thing is I know. I am knowing. And if I say I identify, it just means now I believe I am those thoughts. I believe I am that story. But see, what this work is about is coming to know there's no Santa Claus and being finished. That's why we have a holiday, not to stay on a holiday, but to realize something. I am not that story. That's why we have a holiday, to know something, to know what's true, and truth shall set you free. I am not that story. So then, even if it's so-called thoughts or story comes up, you already know you're not that story. That's finished. There is that Santa Claus in that Macy's window looks like Santa Claus, is dressed like Santa Claus, but I know that's not really Santa Claus. So hang around. It doesn't matter. You see, this is the subtle point of this work that takes time to be recognized. It's all about belief. Belief causes suffering and more suffering and more suffering. Belief, belief, belief. The end of belief is peace.